This week, we explore Salt Pond Bay in St. John, U.S. Virgin Islands. We do some epic snorkeling, take an amazing hike, spot a possible window to head east, clean the bottom of our very messy boat, and shop a little in Cruz Bay. Really, we just should have snorkeled the whole time.
'Cause even in the madness, there is peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, oh.
Last week, we finished up our time on the north side of St. John and decided to come around to the south side to see more of the national park, and we ended up in Salt Pond Bay. It was one of the more picturesque places we'd been to so far.
So are you done with any classes?
The morning after we arrived, the front mooring ball opened up, so we moved in for a much more comfortable spot. It was also a great place to jump off and continue snorkeling. Right under our boat were these smooth trunkfish. They are curious little guys. There was abundant sea life here, so I spent hours swimming around. There were lots of these guys. Most sites say these are blue tangs or surgeonfish. I saw a lot of fish here I hadn't seen in a while, like this half and half chromis. There were also a lot of parrotfish, like this blue. I found a lazy yellowtail parrotfish. The French grunts were funny, just hanging out, moving slowly. This was a definite rarity, a queen triggerfish. And this one was well camouflaged. It's called a red hind. And this was the coolest fish I saw all day. It's a scrawled cowfish. And I could swear it didn't look like this when I came upon it. I found another one, and this is what it looks like before it gets worried about me swimming by it. Check out how bright blue it gets. It was so cool to see it change colors like this. Now, Salt Pond is also known for its turtles, and you'll see them popping up next to your boat all the time. You can swim down to see them, but they get alarmed pretty easily. But every once in a while, if you take your time and go slow, you can hang out and watch them eat, and they don't seem to mind. This was such a great place to snorkel. I could have spent days swimming around, but we had more stuff to do. Salt Pond Bay has a beautiful beach and outstanding snorkeling, but it also has a great hike. There's actually a salt pond, but that's not the interesting part of the hike. It had a few steep parts and lots of lookouts on the way. Top, you had a 360-degree view of everything. Great hike, great day. This place really grew on us. We've been watching the weather and listening to routing for a while now, and we may have a chance to sail to St. Martin soon. In a few days, the wind looks okay, the waves aren't terrible, and it may just work out that we leave here to meet up with our friends. We'll keep listening to the forecast.
Yeah, so I want to talk to you about why you're refusing to clean the bottom of the boat.
It's gross. They're a nasty 5-foot-long tarpon that live in this water because our mooring balls were 50 feet deep and who knows what's down there.
But why?
I
Those
help.
are things
I will
that-
do it. I don't want to put on a snorkel and go and do. Actually, I would put on a snorkel, but I would be on the paddleboard.
But why
And
don't
I
you
just don't want to
go
go underwater.
overcome your fears
You know what? I'm in
and
charge
go?
of that. And I got it. I snorkeled the other day, and that was just fine. And again,
But
can
it's-
we mention the tarpon that are 5 to 8 feet long?
But I already cleaned the beard. Now we just got to get the underneath. It's really easy. All you got
Want
to
you
do
to
is.
do the beard under the interior part of the holes? Yeah, I do. I'll help with that.
Why aren't you agreeing with me?
The boat was filthy after sitting in a marina for a month, and the boat is not small, so it's a lot of work to get it clean underneath. But you gotta do it. All this junk really slows you down when you're sailing. One thing that makes it easier is this Nomad thing. It's a battery-powered breather that makes it easy to spend hours underwater if you need to. One of the worst things about this job is the mass of fish like these guys hanging out to help you. There's just something creepy about them. I apologize for the crappy camera work here. I was not really focused on filming this properly. It ended up taking several days, but we got the bottom fairly clean, enough to not slow us down anyway. Aaron and I decided to get off the boat and take a bus over to Cruz Bay while William knocked out some school. So he dropped us off and we hiked up to the bus stop at Salt Pond. It's a long ride, but it's $1 a person, so you can't really complain.
You what? Kind of glitchy. That's why we get stickers.
Bamboo was a cool shop. Expensive stuff made right there in a workshop outside the store.
I just need some so bad.
Maybe you need to zip it.
Zip it.
This is one of the petroglyph symbols found at a site around the corner from where we're moored. We'll cover that next week. We had a quick bite, grabbed some ice cream, then caught the bus back to Salt Pond. Cruz Bay was a great diversion, and William got some good alone time. It is important to get off the boat once in a while. After 4 days here, it was time for us to move around the corner and see more of the park. It's only a couple of miles, but there's so much more to see. As always, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Look out for the video next week. We actually make that weather window and take a beating to get to St. Bart, just past St. Martin. If you want to keep up with us in real time, follow us on Instagram. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.